Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for subscribing or thank you for watching. I've been kind of like iffy about making this video just because it's like, damn, y'all really in my business. But hey, the whole point of my channel is hoping to reach somebody, hoping to touch somebody. So also, I'm not sure if I should post on Wednesdays, Tuesdays, or Thursdays. I'm gonna post, should I like choose a set day or like just post either one of those days just every week? Because I feel like Tuesday is too early in the week, and then also it's like my work schedule. I work almost every day, so it's like I'm always busy. And it's hard for my fan. I got a new fan from Costco and it's doing the job. It's hot in Toronto right now, so I be having two fans going at all times, but I have to turn my other one off because otherwise it would have been too loud and you guys wouldn't have been really hearing what I gotta say for real. So now, why am I making this video? Because honestly, I want mental health to be a more comfortable topic to talk about, because I feel like when it comes to mental health, nobody really wants to talk about it, or nobody wants anybody to feel bad for them in a sense. Nobody really wants that, like, I don't need your pity kind of thing, or like people don't want their feelings invalidated, so they rather just not bring it up at all. But me, like, if you know me personally, I'm someone like, if something's on my chest, I gotta bring that up. That's just in me. I can't help it. I have to bring it up. And I feel like growing up, like becoming who I am today, like I wasn't always like that. Like sometimes I was like very shy, and like I wouldn't always speak up about things, and I had a people pleasing phase, and I'm still kind of like get out of that phase just because I just don't like making people unhappy. But it's like, why am I making myself uncomfortable for the sake of somebody else's happiness? I just feel like it just gets to the point where it's like, all right, enough is enough. So I personally have suffered from depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, and I feel like this all started like in high school. Really, for me, it started in high school, and I just like, I don't know, there was just a lot going on in my personal life, and I just felt like the world was coming down on me, and I felt like I had no one. I felt like my back was against the wall, and it was just a really hard time for me. The first time that I had self-harm myself was when I was 15 in grade 10. And at the time, like, I didn't really know what depression was, like any of that stuff. Like, wasn't really too familiar with like mental illnesses for real, because again, like, even just growing up in a Caribbean household, for some reason, like, it's such a taboo thing to talk about. Like, I don't know why, or I don't know if it's a Caribbean thing or a Black people thing, but they don't really like to label you as, oh, you're depressed, or oh, you're this, like. And I just feel like that's so unhealthy, because it's okay to need help. It's okay to seek professional help in order to better yourself, in order to like understand yourself. Why do I feel this way? Why am I like, why are these, like, it's okay, because the quicker we're able to diagnose the issue and to get help for other people, maybe people wouldn't be harming themselves and taking the final routes, as in ending everything at all, if they had that support in the first place. So fast forward, I think in my like last year of high school, I was diagnosed with last year of high school I started going to therapy. But I didn't really like it, only because it's like, at the time, for my depression, I was like using weed to cope. Like, I used to smoke a lot, like a lot. I used to smoke every day, all day. I used to smoke a lot. So I was using weed to cope. And every time I would go to the therapy sessions, I would bawl my eyes out. And I was like, yeah, like, I'm not feeling this because, like, I don't like crying. Like, I wasn't someone that really liked to cry, only because, like, it was shown as a sign as weakness, and I didn't want to feel weak. So I hated crying, honestly, to the point where I would always compress my emotions. So it's like, I would, like, things would just be adding on and on and on, to the point where I just blow up at one point, and I'm mad about everything. Like, one thing can set you off, but it's like, because I haven't been expressing my emotions, I'm mad about everything that I had been feeling for maybe those past few days, those past few weeks, those past few months. Like, I blow up about everything, which is not healthy at all. So, yeah, I had quit going to therapy because I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to be into all of that. So fast forward 2020 now. So when the pandemic hit, obviously, and this is when I had, like, entered, like, my party phase, really, I guess. Like, I know a lot of people from this era of my life, and I hate it so much because it's like, a lot of people met me when I was hurting and when I was, like, broken. I don't know, I don't like to say that, but a lot of people met me at a phase of my life where I was hurting, and I was just trying to cope by drinking, partying, smoking weed, all of that. And it's like, at the time, I felt like I knew what I was doing. Because at the time, I just felt so lost. Like, I just felt so lost. And this is coming from someone who literally grew up in church. Like, when I came to Canada, at 9 years old, I grew up in church with my cousin and my friends. Like, go to church every Sunday, during the week, participate in whatever activities there was. Like, I was heavily involved in my church. And throughout my high school years, I don't know what happened, but just weird stuff happened with the people in the church, and I wasn't feeling it no more, so I stopped going. And yeah, it kind of, like, hurt my relationship with God at the time as well, because I'm feeling all these feelings. A lot of things were happening to me at the time while I wasn't going to church, and I'm just like, my relationship with God was very weak. Like, obviously I still love God and I still believed in God, but, like, my relationship was very weak at the time. So it's like, I'm running to these other things to cope, drinking, weed, yeah. And I feel like me turning to that just made me really nonchalant. Like, when it came to my emotions, I was not, like, in tune with them. Like, I didn't really care about anything for real. And it's like, when you're in that state where it's like, you don't care whether you live or die, you don't care about your life, like, that's really scary. It's really, really scary. And it's like, you gotta recognize these signs. For me, I know, like, when I'm about to fall into, like, a state is, like, when I'm overly sleeping a lot. I have blackout curtains, and I know I shouldn't because it's not good for my mental, but it helps me sleep. When I'm sleeping a lot, when I'm not eating, when I'm not really talking to nobody, when I'm not feeling social, when I'm just really to myself, I know something's wrong. If, like, I'm having certain thoughts that are negative, I know something's wrong, and I know I need to get up on out of it. You need to get up on out of it. In 2021, I had tried to commit suicide. Didn't succeed. That's a whole other topic. Didn't succeed. It ended up with my best friend ringing down every one of my closest friends' numbers, phones, whatever, and 10 to 15 people in my room. Sorry, guys. I love you guys till this day. I appreciate everybody that showed up for me that day. Whether we're still friends or not, I really do appreciate them, because that was some real shit. Like, they didn't have to go out their way to make sure I was okay. So I really appreciated that. But yeah, I feel like from that day forward, I feel like I was at my lowest point, and I was just like, I don't know what to do anymore. But I know I gotta keep on living, because God has a plan for me. There's a reason why I'm still alive, and there's a reason why I didn't die that day. So I got to use myself as like a, I don't know, to help other people, to bring other people to God, to help them, I don't know, in any kind of way. Which is why I'm such a big advocate for mental health. Like you don't even have to know me. I don't even have to know you. I will always be like that shoulder that you can lean on, like you can talk to and stuff like that, vent to, because it's like I'm someone, I get it. If nobody gets it, I get it. It's so important for you to have like a foundation, someone that you can turn to whenever, like, you know, things aren't feeling too great, like someone that you can talk to whenever you need someone to talk to. I think that's very important. I kind of feel like I'm rambling and I'm trying not to, but it's just like I'm so nervous, and like the topic is so heavy and so personable, and like I'm really being vulnerable, and it's just like so bear with me, guys. Like, I'm literally bearing my soul to you, literally. Yeah. Another part I want to talk about is like, I remember when I would tell people like, yeah, like I suffer from depression, or like I have bipolar disorder, which I also feel like I was wrongly diagnosed, but that's a conversation for another day. People would be like, really? Like, I wouldn't know that about you. Like, you are such a like vibrant person, you're so bubbly, you're always smiling, you're always laughing, because it's like, I don't want to be that negative energy. Like, I don't want to be, you know, that's not me. Like, I feel like, I always say this, I feel like I'm such a happy person with such a heavy, sad soul sometimes, and I feel like nobody really gets that. But yeah, every time when I would tell people like, yeah, like, you know, this is the Lord to me, low key, and they'll be like, really? Like, you don't look like that type of person, or like you don't seem like that type of person that really be going through stuff. And it's like, that's why you have to treat people with kindness, and, you know, watch how you treat people, because you don't know what people are going on behind closed doors. Like, you could do something to someone, and it's like that can be their last straw, and they just end it there. Which is why I feel like heartbreak is a very serious thing. Because it's like, you don't know what someone is going through or has gone through in their life, and then it's like you come into their life and you're just playing around. That could be their last straw, and that can make them want to end it all. So you guys really got to be careful on what you do. And I'm not talking about those people that be saying they're gonna kill themselves so their partner won't leave them. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, if you've ever gotten your heart broken, you know, like that sinking feeling in your chest, like you feel like you can't live, you can't breathe, you about to die. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about those people that be like fake pumping and talk about, I'm gonna kill myself if you leave me. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that gut-wrenching feeling when you got your heart broken and you ready to die about that shit, like on some real shit. And mom, if you're watching, I don't mean it. Sorry. But honestly, what has helped me with my journey, like me personally, I can't remember the last time I really felt depressed. Like, maybe I had lingering feelings, but like really sat up and felt depressed and like, you know, was in a state of like suicidal ideation and whatnot. I can't remember the last time I felt that way, and I feel like it's because I've gotten closer to God and I have such a healthy relationship with God now. Like, I know I have anxiety, but something that helps my anxiety is like, girl, God said he's gonna take care of you. Don't question his integrity, that he's gonna take care of you. He's gonna handle everything for you, right? So if he's gonna handle everything for you, why are you worrying? God knows everything. He knows when it's coming, he knows when it's ending, he knows when you're in the middle of it, he knows what you can handle. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is coming to you for a reason. Everything is leaving you for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So it's like, I try not to stress. I try not to be anxious about stuff, because it's like, he got it. It's in his hands. I'm just a passenger. He driving the boat. You know? And for my people that aren't religious or aren't spiritual, another thing that helps me is just speaking life into myself. being positive. As soon as like I get those negative thoughts in my brain, like, oh, you're worthless, you're not worth, you know, I counteract it like, no, don't talk about yourself like that. Treat yourself how you want other, I guess it's like, treat yourself how you want other people to treat you. Like, I'm sure you don't want people to treat you like shit, so why are you treating yourself like shit? Speak life into yourself. Speak positivity into yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I am that bitch. I am beautiful. I'm amazing. I'm smart. Like, affirmations, positive affirmations are so important. If nobody has told you today, I'm going to tell you, you're doing amazing. Keep on going, because it's not the end of the road yet. It's not. You have so much more to fulfill on this earth. Whatever you're going through right now, I promise you, it's just a blip in the road, and it's only gonna get better. I'm telling you, like, there's so many times where I was just like, bro, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't. But you really have to just push through. You have to push through. And honestly, I don't think that suicide is selfish. I hate when people say that suicide is selfish, because it's not. It's really not. I feel like you shouldn't have to live for other people. If you want to live, you should live for yourself. Putting like your happiness, banking your happiness on somebody else, like, is not healthy, because now if you and that person fall out, or like you guys aren't cool anymore, whether it be your family or friend or your spouse, whatever, you can't bank your happiness, and you can't bank your willing to live on somebody else. That has to come from within. That has to come from within. Your purpose, you have to find your own purpose. Your purpose has to come from within. You have to learn that on your own. Maybe you could learn it through somebody else. Maybe somebody could help with that process, but you can't like depend on somebody else to make you happy, or depend on somebody else to like make you want to be here. The only person that can make you want to be here is you, or the only person that should make you want to be here is you. By the way, I know I should have mentioned this earlier, but this is my unsolicited advice, and this is based on my personal opinion and my personal experience. I am not a therapist. I do not have a license, so take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. Because even till this day, I still struggle with anxiety and depression, just not as much. And I feel like I'm at more peace than I was a few years ago. I feel like I'm a different person than I was a few years ago. I feel like I think differently, I move differently, the way I approach situations are different. Maybe it's that frontal lobe developing. I don't know. Y'all know I'm gonna be 25 soon. My birthday is August 27th. But certain things that's helped me improve my mental health is like, I had started therapy, but that shit was expensive. So if you want a cheaper therapist, maybe like find like a trusted friend. And it's like, you really can't even be trusting people these days, because people be weird sometimes. But hey, find a trusted friend, someone that you can talk to, because I find that finding someone that you can talk to is very important. Setting boundaries for yourself is very important on your healing journey. And remember, healing is not linear. Nobody is perfect at all. Even if you slide back, or if you have a relapse, that is okay. And I'm giving you a virtual hug. I'm letting you know that it's okay. And it's okay to slide back, as long as you don't stay in that motion. You know, we're only moving forward. We're not going back. We're only looking forward. Even if you fall down, get back up. Get back up and keep going. Whether it's you run, walk, jog, whatever it is, skip, keep going. Don't lose focus of your goal. Being kinder to yourself, again, like what I said, positive affirmations really helped me. Counteracting negative thoughts with positive thoughts really helped me. Meeting new people, creating new friendships, creating new connections, finding stuff that you're interested in doing. Like, I like going to the gym, but like, me being a PSW, sometimes it's really exhausting because my job is so physically draining. So after work, I don't want to go to the gym. I want to go home, bathe, and lay down and eat and just relax. You know, even on my days off, that's what I want to do. So I paused my gym membership, but I need the body to be T again, and I need to see my abs, so I'm about to lock back in with the gym, no shade. Yeah, setting boundaries. Journaling is also a really good one. Writing out your feelings. I have like notes on my phone, locked notes, where I just sit and just write about my feelings, write about, you know, my past, my future, my present, anything that I'm feeling. I sit in my notes and I write about it. If I journal, like if I sit and write, it's a bit more tricky for me, because if I sit and write, I'll literally just be writing like maybe 4 to 5 pages, just raw feelings. And I love that about me, like, but yeah, if you're someone that is dealing with suicidal ideation, depression, whatever the case may be when it comes to mental health, just know that I'm here with you. I'm open for chats if you need someone to talk to. There's also, I should also link down some helplines and like some resources. I'll do that. I'll try to find some and link it down in the description box, but just know that you're not alone. You are not alone. God is with you. Even if you're not religious, God is with you and he loves you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for sitting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me be vulnerable. I appreciate you. And I love all of you guys who support me and watch me, and all the people who has, you know, been along for the journey of who I am today. I don't know if that makes sense, but just know I'm really appreciative. It's raining, so I'm really about to Uber to work. That's what it's giving. No shade. But thank you guys again. Yeah.